fight still. The fight was always agreed to. It just took time because I guess the Showtime thing. But the fight is agreed to at 157, right? It's a catch weight, but there's no rehydration clause.
You mentioned something interesting. 2 years have passed.
Yeah.
Frank, you're 2 years older, but he's older than you. He's 2 years older. He's over 40 years old. Do you think that maybe helps even the playing field out, the size difference?
Yeah, definitely. I know if I feel the pain, I'm 36. He definitely got to feel the pain at 41. Waking up all sore, but I feel good. Like I said before, I felt rejuvenated. I feel like, I felt like I haven't lost a step. Really, I'm in here sparring with these young guys, veterans, everyone else. I was sparring with Devin Alexander. I was sparring with Antonio Tarver's son already. So big guys, and I'm feeling good.
My one last question: what would it mean to you to become a three division world champion?
Oh, that'd mean the world to me. That's a dream come true. It's always been a dream of mine to be a 3-division world champion. And it's right here. It's 3.5 weeks away. And we're doing everything we need to do to make sure that we come home with that victory.
Danny, would you say that Lara is the most skillful fighter in your generation?
He's definitely skilled. Every fighter is skillful in different ways. Amir Khan was a hell of a talent. Keith Thurman was a hell of a talent. Zab Lee was very skillful. I would think Zab is probably the hardest style to beat, for my style. But as far as southpaws, I think I do a great job with southpaws. He definitely is skillful, and I'm definitely the best fighter he's fought in a long time also.
You trying to fix this style with amateurs?
I never faced two people. I was supposed to go to a tournament called the Cuban Olympiad, I remember in 2007. But we went to Colorado Springs. We didn't have the right visa, so we couldn't go. But I never faced a Cuban boxer. Never.
Is that something that's always been on the list?
I mean, he's not really on my list, but I fight Philly fighters as slick as it can get. I've been doing that since I was a kid, so slickness is really not to me.
Danny, you went through the Cherry era. Remember that?
Yeah.
Now look at your resume now. There's not even many people who come close to your resume.
Right,
What's that say about you about some fighting?
When you're doing something good, they always got something bad to say. You know what I'm saying? That's how it was at that point in my career, because I was the underdog, fighting Amir Khan, and I was the underdog fighting Batiste, and I was beating everybody. And then I came off fighting 6 straight world champions, and then I fought Ross Southall, and then I got called the cherry picker. But if any other fighter did it, would have been cool. But at the end of the day, I did what I love to do. I fight the best because I believe I can beat them, and that's why I'm here today. Still standing.
Danny, a fight that just happened a couple weeks ago, Ortiz and Bochuk, there's controversy about the decision. Just wanted your thoughts on it. It happened at 154 division. You could potentially fight in again. How did you see that fight?
That was a tough fight. It could have been a draw. It could have been a draw only because the other guy scored 2 knockdowns. Ortiz I think he made the fight a lot harder than he could have made it because he was throwing everything hard and fast. He wasn't really taking his time. He was really just trying to get him out of there. And I think he kind of tired himself out, and that's why Bochuk was able to stay in the fight, made some big punches. But it was a hell of a fight. I had it a draw.
Danny, what are you thinking about Crawford versus Canelo? There are a lot of rumors that fight might happen.
At the end of the day, they're 2 great pound-for-pound fighters. They feel like, it makes sense, and they can fight each other. Stylistically, it's a great fight. But, Canelo, he's a big dude. I think it'd be hard for anyone to beat him at 168. But, it's definitely a big money fight, and that's why we're all in boxing. To make the biggest fights and try to be great.
Since you've been gone, there have been a lot of exhibition fights. What do you make of stuff like Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson?
It's entertainment. Definitely entertainment. It's a big difference between boxing and entertainment. I wouldn't call it a boxing fight. It's definitely for entertainment and get the fans something to watch and entertain the fans around the world. We love Tyson and love Jake Paul.
How do you think that plays out?
I'm not too sure. I just hope everyone has fun and makes a lot of money.
You just mentioned, Danny, that it's just entertainment between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. Do you think, and it's not boxing, do you think Jake Paul is a boxer? Would you classify him as a boxer at this point?
Yeah, definitely. I would consider him a boxer for sure because, he's faced the real boxer in Tommy Fury. And even though he's fighting a lot of MMA fighters and beating them, he's putting the work in. He's doing real training camps, he's sparring real fighters, and he's going there and fighting. So I would definitely consider him a real boxer now, and that's why a lot of these guys are getting knocked out by him. It's because they're saying that he's not a real boxer. but he really is. So you got to come and train like, you know, the guys take him serious. So you can't look at it like that. You got to look at it like I'm fighting a real boxer, and maybe one of these guys can beat him.
Danny, you mentioned this fight's been brewing for 2 years. It's been on, it's been off. You told us we fight this date, that date. A, did you think that this fight may fall through the cracks? And B, for the past 2 years, have you been focused solely on Lara, or were there other guys in the last couple of years that you went down the road contractually with?
To be honest, I really just forgot about it. I wasn't even really thinking about fighting. I was just enjoying, you know, I had 2 more kids. I had my daughter Kylie, she just turned 2. I just had a son 2 months ago. I wouldn't even really think about boxing.
Congrats.
I mean, I started my boxing promotion. You were there that night in Philly, so I did 2 promotional cards, and I was just keeping my head on other things. You know, staying busy, watching these young guys train, always keeping my head in the game, watching boxing. But to be honest, I wasn't even thinking about boxing. You know, until I got the call, and I was like, let's do it.
So the Lara fight was there, then it died, and then I guess got rekindled, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, you got like 6 weeks ago, I wasn't even thinking about boxing. You know, and they called me and say, look, you want to fight on the Lara, Canelo undercard versus Berlanga. I said, you know, it makes sense. Berlanga's a Puerto Rican, I'm a Puerto Rican. I'm a big draw. You know, I could make history winning the middleweight title, so how can I say no?
Wow.
Danny, so, thank you. Danny, just one question for you. You know, you've had a long career. You're obviously well known. You've done awesome things. You've always managed to stay out of the news and the headlines. And, you know, recently Devin Haney was just in the headlines. Any message for young guys like that? How to stay out of the headlines, how to keep themselves out of problems that you've managed to avoid your whole career?
I mean, it's tough, you know, because you walk on thin ice. Like, I'm pretty sure you probably, sometimes when you see all that stuff on the internet, and it's like somebody says something in person, it's like, you like, that's on site. I'm tired of people trying to pick on me on the internet, and then you see somebody say something in person, it's like, they're going to press you. So maybe he was just tired of, you know, maybe that guy said something to him. I mean, I would never say it's okay for you to go hit somebody, hit a fan in public or anything, but sometimes, like, there's only so much you could take, and then somebody said, like, you can only be the bigger guy so many times, but, you know, you should never put your hands on nobody. But I understand both sides, you know what I mean? Like, you can be tired of people bullying on the internet, you can be tired of people saying stuff, and you always gotta be the better guy. But at the same time, you gotta be professional, and you gotta learn how to just turn your cheek and walk away and just let your team handle that. And you know, what happened. It's tough. It's tough. Trust me, I've been there before. Sometimes fans say wild shit to you, they'll curse at you. Sometimes you got fans that are aggressive, try to, you know, you got all types of things you gotta like turn your cheek on all the time. It's hard to just, you know, sometimes you might be eating with your family and somebody just come over the table, want to talk and want a picture. It's tough, you know, being a professional and just trying to be a regular person, but at the end of the day, you always gotta think about, you know, the aftershock. Is this really worth what comes next? And that's what you really gotta think about.
2 more questions, guys. 2 more.
I know this is obviously the most significant moments in your career. It is, in fact, the historical point in boxing. Is there any different mental preparation going into some sort of historical game before a vision or how you mentally prepare for a fight?
You know, to me, this is a dream come true. And I feel rejuvenated. You know, I feel good because I haven't fought in 2 years, but my mind was always in the game. And it's not like when you got a fight on your mind for so long, you just kind of like, your mind gets tired and you just training years for that. But for me, I feel good. You know, I feel like there's a rebirth of Danny Garcia.
Is there any other pressure added on some historical moment? Being 4-division world champion and stuff like that?
There's always a little bit of pressure. Well, like, you know, A.J. Brown told me from the Eagles, he said pressure's made up in the head. So if you think it's pressure, it's pressure.
They say,
You know, it's all in your mind. It's how you feel.
they say a happy fighter is a dangerous fighter. You seem really happy right now. What's the change? Is it not much of a weight cut? Is it too big?
That's always good.
Is it real estate?
I ate 2 times this today already. If I was fighting 147, I'd be here thirsty. But no, it's just, you know, I'm grateful. That's all it comes down to. I'm grateful. You know, I had a long career. I'm grateful still to be here, fighting at a big stage, getting the opportunity to be winning another world championship and make some money. You know, at the end of the day, this is for my legacy, this is for my children, this is for my family, and this is what it's all about. This is what boxing is all about. It's winning championships and feeding your family. If that's what it's not for, then I don't know what you're fighting for.
Thank you, guys. You want to go change?
Yeah.
We're
Does
gonna
that still
bring
inspire you to this day to
guys hang tight because we're gonna bring Fulton over right now.